I am super duper late today, so I apologize. I was not planning on going live exactly. I was not planning on going live exactly at 7, but I was not planning on going live quite this late either. So I do apologize. Today is Saturday, no school. So I took a little bit of liberty in not coming on quite so early because I know that I can get away with going a little bit later today, but some issues popped up around my house. I may or may not make a video about it. I'm trying not to overshare my life, but some issues distracted me, to say the least, that I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So now that I have my uh, spot back where I can come on here and do what I do, which is read the Bible, I am getting started. Taking a few moments here in the background to share out the live. If you have the ability to share out the live, now would be a great time to do so. This is just so we can get, a little bit more people in here. I'd like to give people a chance to come in because I know people are getting notifications late. So that's another reason why I kind of let the live go for just a few minutes. Hopefully not more than 10 minutes, but like 5 to 10 minutes. I've already been on 2 minutes, it says. So I'm sharing out the stream and checking on some other housekeeping things just to make sure my live will go well. So if you get the opportunity, please share out the stream, and I appreciate that so much. And also leave a thumbs up. Anybody who may be in the room, I'm not looking at my screen because I'm sharing out the stream. And also make sure my phone has enough battery so I can monitor what's going on from my phone. Okay, it looks like I am live. Yes. Yep, turn my phone down. Oh, it looks like Life of Key came in saying good morning, and Erica Brene Vlogs came in and said good morning, everybody. Thank you so much. Give me like 2 more minutes. I'll be back, and because I got to get some tea. Seems like I woke up this morning with a little bit of a rough throat, rough vocal cords. So I'll wait just a few more minutes, let some folks come in, and then guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna be reading the Bible, because that's what I do in the morning now. Let me go get my tea. I need to gargle with some lemon water or something. What is every kitty doing in here? Ooh-wee. I can't even find a coffee mug. That's a shame. Get a little bit of honey. Because honey, my throat feels a little bit weird. A little bit of honey. Honey child. Does anybody say honey child anymore? Alright. Oh my goodness, why are you guys following me? Oh, I guess I probably should feed you before I start, right? That would be wise. That way you guys won't be up to your old shenanigans. One for you, 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 and one for you. Now, enjoy your breakfast and stay out of my way. Go ahead, honey. Go ahead, honey. Yeah, there's enough for you too. All right. Here we go. Thank you for your patience. I do appreciate you. We are ready to begin right about now.
Hello?
Good morning. Good morning. Again, I do apologize for the late start. One, it's Saturday, so I kind of was a little bit leisurely with starting. Two, there was an issue that I may or may not make a video about. I'll ask you guys at the end if I should. And then, is there lag? I'm looking at OBS. Is there lag? Because I got a red box popping up on here. But my connection should be good. And then I had to make my tea, but nobody likes to do dishes, so I couldn't find a coffee cup. Anyway, that's TMI, right? That's too much. Okay, Will B pops in and says, hello. I have to take my son up to school. I'll be listening, though. Thank you so much. Oh, he got extracurricular activities. That was us 2 months ago. My daughter was doing something every single day on Saturday. I'm like, I'm happy for you, but when do I get to sleep in? But can't complain, because when you're a parent, you got to make those sacrifices, but she's not participating in anything right now, and so I get to kind of chill. So yes, thank you everyone who's in the live. Thank you to all who took the time to share out the stream if you can, and big thanks to everybody who left me a thumbs up. That makes me washed out, doesn't it? I might just turn it around for some afterglow. A little bit of afterglow there because it's too much. Okay, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. I'm behind schedule, but I'm not, because I don't have to rush off anywhere this morning. Thank goodness for small favors. But don't thank goodness, thank God. Okay, here we go. We're reading the Bible, and here it is. We should be in Exodus because, according to the guide, which is the Woman's Guide to Reading the Bible in a Year by Diane Stortz, we will be covering Exodus 4 through 6 today. And then tomorrow being Sunday, we'll be finishing up Exodus 7 through 9. And this overarching theme is called I Am. We did Matthew, finished up the book of Matthew earlier this week, and now we're going back to the Old Testament and reading Exodus 1 through 3 yesterday, 4 through 6 today, 7 through 9 tomorrow. And let me pull up the cover, because I like to do a quick screen share in case anybody's interested in getting this particular guide for themselves. That's what it looks like. I got mine on Amazon. I didn't get the hard copy. I just got a digital download, which I can use on my phone, use on my tablet, whenever I find it. It's lost. And on my laptop. And I didn't even know I could use Kindle on my laptop. But yeah, there's this thing called read.amazon.com. And then you can use the Kindle application there. So that's what I'm using. The link to this is in the description of all the live streams, as well as the link to this Bible that I'm using, which is the New Believers Bible. This is not the King James Version or any other version that you may be used to. It is called the New Living Translation. That's what that looks like, and that's what that cover looks like. And the link to this Bible is also in the description. I have lemons. I need to do a lemon thing. All right, let me put OBS to the side, and let me pull up my live stream chat so I can see. There we go. Now I can see y'all again. Okay, you guys like the stream for her. Thank you, moderator. All right, let's get started reading the Bible. I should probably update that, right? One more quick moment. I'm gonna update the title here, because you know when you do back-to-back live streams, it's pretty much like copy paste, and it just pulls up the stuff from the last previous time, which is really easy, because then you don't have to start all over putting in your live stream stuff. But you just got to be careful, because your tags will be the same as before, and your title will be the same as before. So let me go on real quick, real quick, and change that like so. And now it should be updated to our current scripture reading. Yes, now it says Exodus 4-6. So anybody coming in late will know what's going on. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? I tell you what's going on. We're reading the Bible. We're reading Exodus 4-6. The Wiz comes in saying, morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Exodus. All right. Pages are sticking together. 4-6. Here we go. Let me sip on a little bit more of this green tea. Oh no, you guys will not be acting fools tonight. Or this morning. I work nights. You know, every day is morning and every night is night for me. You're going to be banned from the room. Keep that up. All right, let's do a quick recap of yesterday, which was Exodus 1-3. And in Exodus 1-3, chapter 1 talked about the Israelites in Egypt. Last week we talked about Joseph, how he came into power under Pharaoh. He basically made a name for himself, and you know his family was blessed because of everything that he had been doing. However, generations and generations and generations went by, and you know after he had died and passed, that legacy kind of was forgotten, and so the Israelites in Egypt started to multiply, and now it's starting to be, you know, you foreigners are taking over. You foreigners are more than us. So how are we going to remedy this? Oh, yeah, let's throw you into slavery. And that's what happened. So the Israelites are in Egypt. They are, the current king makes them all slaves to kind of put the what do you call it? I can't remember something now, but he's really tough on them. He's putting a stronghold on them. Chapter 2, we talked about the birth of Moses, and the reason why baby Moses, was kind of almost getting caught up in this whole kill all the baby boys thing is because the current king was basically trying to, you know, put some genocide into play. Like, okay, we gotta have to control this population. So if there's boys born, kill them. If there's girls born, let them live. And Moses' mother hid him away. And you guys know the Sunday school story of him being put into the little basket and floating down the river to Pharaoh's daughter. So that's what we covered yesterday. Then it jumps ahead into Moses escaping to Midian. So Moses grows up. He is able to be raised by his mother, who is now the surrogate mother. She played that out real cool. If you didn't watch it, or if you didn't hear it, if you don't know the story, rewatch yesterday's live stream where I was talking about how his mother basically saved his life, him and his sister. So Moses grows up. He sees some unfair practices going on with the Israelites there, you know, being treated as slaves. He ends up killing somebody who is abusing one of the Israelites. He flees and runs away. Chapter 3 talked about Moses and the burning bush. God spoke to Moses, told him what to do, and this dude is protesting like, I don't know if I'm the one for the job, God. I'm like, really? Really, dude? Really? And that was pretty much it. That was a short reading yesterday. I think this particular set of reading for this week is going to be shorter than normal. So if I come across one of those cornerstone commentaries, I might read those because those are pretty helpful and kind of tying together some of the stories. All right, without further ado, the honey went to the bottom. Without further ado, chapter 4 of Exodus, signs of the Lord's power. But Moses protested again. See, I told you, you're starting off protesting. But Moses protested again. What if they won't believe me or listen to me? What if they say the Lord never appeared to you? Then the Lord asked him, what is that in your hand? A shepherd's staff, Moses replied. Throw it down to the ground, the Lord told him. So Moses threw down the staff, and it turned into a snake. Moses jumped back. Then the Lord told him, reach out and grab its tail. So Moses reached out and grabbed it, and it turned back into a shepherd's staff in his hand. Perform this sign, the Lord told him. Then they will believe the Lord, the God of their ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, really has appeared to you. Then the Lord said to Moses, now put your hand inside your cloak. So Moses put his hand inside his cloak, and when he took it out again, his hand was white as snow with a severe skin disease. Now put your hand back into your cloak, the Lord said. So Moses put his hand back in, and when he took it out again, it was healthy as the rest of his body. The Lord said to Moses, if they do not believe you, and they are not convinced by the first miraculous sign, they will be convinced by the second sign. And if they don't believe you or listen to you even after these two signs, then take some water from the Nile River and pour it out on the dry ground. When you do, the water from the Nile will turn to blood on the ground. But Moses pleaded with the Lord, oh Lord, I'm not very good with words. I never have been, and I'm not now. Even though you have spoken to me, I get tongue-tied and my words get tangled. Then the Lord asked Moses, who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or do not speak, hear or do not hear, see or do not see? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go, I will be with you as you speak, and I will instruct you in what you say. But Moses again pleaded, Lord, please send anyone else. Now talk about low self-esteem. Are you that doubtful of yourself that you're even doubting God? He's right here in front of you, showing you these miracles, and he's just like, I mean, I felt like that before too. I have. I feel you, Moses. I feel you. Let me stop judging. Then the Lord became angry with Moses. All right, he said, what about your brother Aaron the Levite? I know he speaks well. And look, he is on his way to meet you now. He will be delighted to see you. Talk to him and put the words in his mouth. I will be with both of you as you speak, and I will instruct you both in what to do. Aaron will be your spokesman to the people. He will be your mouthpiece, and you will stand in the place of God for him, telling him what to say. And take your shepherd's staff with you, and use it to perform the miraculous signs I have shown you. Now Moses returns to Egypt in verse 18. So Moses went back home to Jethro, his father-in-law. Remember, he also had the name of Reuel. Please let me return to my relatives in Egypt, Moses said. I don't even know if they're still alive. Go in peace, Jethro replied. Before Moses left Midian, the Lord said to him, return to Egypt, for all those who wanted to kill you have died. Remember, he had killed that one of the Egyptian guards, and that's why he fled for his life. So Moses took his wife and sons, put them on a donkey, and headed back to the land of Egypt. In his hand he carried the staff of God. And the Lord told Moses, when you arrive back in Egypt, go to Pharaoh and perform all the miracles I have empowered you to do. But I will harden his heart so he will refuse to let the people go. Then you will tell him, This is what the Lord says. Israel is my firstborn son. I commanded you, let my son go so he can worship me. But since you have refused, I will now kill your firstborn son. On the way to Egypt, at a place where Moses and his family had stopped for the night, the Lord confronted him and was about to kill him. But Moses' wife Zipporah took a flint knife and circumcised her son. She touched his feet with the foreskin and said, "Now you are a bridegroom of blood to me." When she said a bridegroom of blood, she was referring to the circumcision. After that, the Lord left him alone. I'm confused. I'm confused. Is anybody else confused at this point? This is an easy read, but I may need to go back at this point because Moses is on his way back. They're stopping, and God is saying, I'm going to harden the heart of Pharaoh. I don't know why. It's going to be hard enough. So why harden the heart of Pharaoh? Is it to test? Was this maybe a test so that Moses would know that even with this obstacle that he would still be able to win? I don't know. So let me start over at verse 20. So Moses took his wife and sons, put them on a donkey, and headed back to the land of Egypt. Okay. In his hand he carried the staff of God. Right. And the Lord told Moses, when you arrive back in Egypt, go to Pharaoh and perform all these miracles I have empowered you to do. Okay. But I will harden his heart so that he will refuse to let the people go. Don't know why, but maybe, this is part of the test. Then you will tell him, this is what the Lord says. Israel is my firstborn son. I commanded you, let my son go so he can worship me. But since you've refused, I will now kill your firstborn son. Okay, so we got a little bit of leverage going on there. And this is the part where I'm getting confused. On the way to Egypt, at a place where Moses and his family had stopped for the night, the Lord confronted him and was about to kill him. Why? But Moses' wife Zipporah took a flint knife and circumcised her son. She touched his feet with the foreskin. Now you are a bridegroom of blood to me. When she said a bridegroom of blood, she was referring to the circumcision. After that, the Lord left him alone. That confuses me. Just because I'm reading the Bible, y'all, doesn't mean I'm going to understand everything I come across. This is just me reading the Bible. Which is why I have commentary, and which is why I have my questions, and which is why I invite anyone and all who has a background in the Bible, has a background in studying the Word, and or goes to church a lot, and or knows things about history, because I am wide open to interpretation, insight, what something means to you, and putting me on the right track. But I don't understand that part. And I'm humble enough to say, I don't understand that part. I'm wondering, is it because Moses was basically being disobedient? He was turning down God's request, well, really command, again and again, and I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. Or was it for some other reason? And then with the son being uncircumcised, because, okay, Moses was born and raised in Egypt, but as a Hebrew, he would have naturally been circumcised, right? At what point was this son born where he wasn't? Or maybe that's why, because he had broken the covenant. I don't know. If anybody watches this on the replay, whether you know the answer or you Google the answer or you ask someone else, I would like to know what that means. Okay, I'm going to pick it up in verse 27 of chapter 4. Now the Lord had said to Aaron, his brother, go out into the wilderness to meet Moses. So Aaron went and met Moses at the mountain of God, and he embraced him. Moses then told Aaron everything the Lord had commanded him to say, and he told him about the miraculous signs the Lord had commanded him to perform. Then Moses and Aaron returned to Egypt and called all the elders of Israel together. Aaron told them everything the Lord had told Moses, and Moses performed the miraculous signs as they watched. Then the people of Israel were convinced that the Lord had sent Moses and Aaron. When they heard that the Lord was concerned about them and had seen their misery, they bowed down and worshipped. Chapter 5. checking in on the stream, checking in on my health. Okay, I have excellent health right now, and everybody is quiet as a church mouse. Pun intended. Okay, chapter 5, Moses and Aaron speak to Pharaoh. After this presentation to Israel's leaders, Moses and Aaron went and spoke to Pharaoh. They told him, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says: Let my people go, so they may hold a festival in my honor in the wilderness." "Is that so?" retorted Pharaoh. "And who is the Lord? Why should I listen to him and let Israel go? I don't know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go." But Aaron and Moses persisted. "The God of the Hebrews has met with us," they declared. "So let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness so we can offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. If we don't, he will kill us with a plague or with the sword." Pharaoh replied, "Moses and Aaron, why are you distracting the people from their tasks? Get back to work. Look, there are many of your people in the land, and you are stopping them from their work." Now, verse 6, making bricks without straw. That same day, Pharaoh sent this order to the Egyptian slave drivers and the Israelite foremen: "Do not supply any more straw for making bricks. Make the people get it themselves, but still require them to make the same number of bricks as before. Don't reduce the quota. They are lazy. That's why they're crying out, 'Let us go and offer sacrifices to our God.' Load them down with more work. Make them sweat. That will teach them to listen to lies." So the slave drivers and the foremen went out and told the people, "This is what the Pharaoh says: I will not provide any more straw for you. Go and get it yourselves. Find it wherever you can, but you must produce just as many bricks as before." So the people scattered throughout the land of Egypt in search of stubble to use as straw. Meanwhile, the Egyptian slave drivers continued to push hard. "Meet your daily quota of bricks, just as you did when we provided you with straw," they demanded. Then they whipped the Israelite foremen they had put in charge of the work crews. "Why haven't you met your quotas either yesterday or today?" they demanded. So the Israelite foreman went to Pharaoh and pleaded with him. "Please, don't treat your servants like this," they begged. "We are given no straw, but the slave drivers still demand make bricks. We're being beaten, but it isn't our fault. Your own people are to blame." But Pharaoh shouted, You're just lazy. Lazy! That's why you're saying, 'Let us go and offer sacrifices to the Lord.' Now get back to work. No straw will be given to you, but you must still produce the full quota of bricks." The Israelite foremen could see that they were in serious trouble when they were told, "You must not reduce the number of bricks you make each day." As they left Pharaoh's court, they confronted Moses and Aaron, who were waiting outside for them. The foreman said to them, "May the Lord judge and punish you for making us stink before the Pharaoh and his officials. You have put a sword into their hands, an excuse to kill us." Then Moses went back to the Lord and protested, "Why have you brought all this trouble on your own people, Lord? Why did you send me? Ever since I came to Pharaoh as your spokesman, he has been even more brutal to your people, and you've done nothing to rescue them." And now, chapter 6, Promises of Deliverance. Then the Lord told Moses, "Now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. When he feels the force of my strong hand, he will let the people go. In fact, he will force them to leave his land." And God said to Moses, "I am Yahweh, the Lord. I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as El Shaddai, God Almighty, but I did not reveal my name, Yahweh, to them. And I reaffirmed my covenant with them. Under its terms, I promised to give them the land of Canaan, where they were living as foreigners. You can be sure that I have heard the groans of the people of Israel, who are now slaves to the Egyptians, and I am well aware of my covenant with them. Therefore say to the people of Israel, 'I am the Lord. I will free you from your oppression, and I will rescue you from your slavery in Egypt. I will redeem you with a powerful arm and great acts of judgment. I will claim you as my people, my own people, and I will be your God. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God, who has freed you from your oppression in Egypt. I will bring you into the land I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Pharaoh. I will give it to you as your very own possession. I am the Lord." So Moses told the people of Israel what the Lord had said, but they refused to listen anymore. They had become too discouraged by the brutality of their slavery. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go back to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and tell him to let the people of Israel lead his country." "But Lord," Moses objected, "my own people won't listen to me anymore. How can I expect Pharaoh to listen? I'm such a clumsy speaker." But the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron and gave them orders for the Israelites and for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The Lord commanded Moses and Aaron to lead the people out of Egypt. And now in verse 14, the ancestors of Moses and Aaron. These are the ancestors of some of the clans of Israel. The sons of Reuben, Israel's oldest son, were Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. Their descendants became the clans of Reuben. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul. Shaul's mother was a Canaanite woman. Their descendants became the clans of Simeon. These are the descendants of Levi, as listed in their family records. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Levi lived to be 137 years old. The descendants of Gershon included Libni and Shimei, each of whom became the ancestor of a clan. The descendants of Kohath included Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. Kohath lived to be 133 years old. The descendants of Merari included Mali and Mushi. These are the clans of the Levites as listed in their family records. Amram married his father's sister Jochebed, and she gave birth to his sons, Aaron and Moses. Amram lived to be 137 years old. The sons of Izhar were Korah, Nepheg, and Zikri. The sons of Uziel were Mishael, Elzaphan, and Sithri. Aaron married Elisheba, the daughter of Aminadab, and the sister of Nahshon, and she gave birth to his sons Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. The sons of Korah were Asir, Elkanah, and Abiasaph. Their descendants became the clans of Korah. Eleazar, son of Aaron, married one of the daughters of Putiel, and she gave birth to his son Phinehas. These are the ancestors of the Levite families, listed according to their clans. The Aaron and Moses named in this list are the same ones to whom the Lord said, "Lead the people out of Israel, out of the land of Egypt like an army." It was Moses and Aaron who spoke to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, about leading the people out of Israel, out of Egypt, leading the people of Israel out of Egypt. When the Lord spoke to Moses in the land of Egypt, he said to him, "I am the Lord. Tell Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, everything I am telling you." But Moses argued with the Lord, saying, "I can't do it. I'm such a clumsy speaker. Why should Pharaoh listen to me?" That, ladies and gentlemen, is the reading for today. That was Exodus 4 through 6, according to my guide, which is the Woman's Guide to Reading the Bible in a Year. Tomorrow will be, man, I'm still kind of congested. I'm going to try to remember to take some lemon juice tomorrow before I start, so I don't sound so stuffy. Yes, this week we're on I Am, and we'll be finishing up, well, not finishing up, but we'll be doing Exodus 7 through 9 tomorrow on the overarching thing of I am. I am. I am. Thank you so much for Life of Key, Erica Bernay Vlogs, Will Be, and the Whales for joining me on today's live stream reading of the Bible. That's pretty much it. I did not come across any cornerstones for this one, and so there's no additional text to add, but there may be tomorrow. Any questions, comments, concerns, or insights, make sure you leave them either in the chat box, or if you're listening to this on the replay, please leave your comment, whether you agree or disagree. As long as you're respectful about it, I want to know what you think about the readings as I'm reading the Bible. I've got questions. I got tons of questions. Yeah. I want to know. I want to know why certain things are happening. Some of it gets explained after the fact, after the whole story is told. Some of it is in the postscript below, and some of it I'm still kind of confused over. That's that. All right, everyone. Happy Saturday. Today is January 25th, 2020. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy your day. Be blessed. I don't think I did a prayer yesterday. And if you start something, you should finish it, right? Quick prayer on the way out. Lord, thank you for this wonderful day. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, and be glad in it. I'm going to make the best of my day. I'm going to make the best of my time. Bless everybody who's in the live stream and or listens to this on the replay, that they may get understanding from your word that enriches their lives and that brings them closer to you. Amen, amen, amen. And now for my theme song, because that's what I do. Thank you so much for joining me on the live stream and for watching Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Thanks for watching, share, like, and subscribe. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. This would be a great time to do that.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me on social media.
Hey, get your face out of my cup, you stinky cat.